How much of the decision-making is he likely to make anyway, or is he just going to have his leadership skills honed for the next perhaps 2 years or so?
Well, he's been in training for the last 2 years or so, ever since Kim Jong Un, his late father, had a major stroke in the fall of 2008. Now, obviously, for the next 6 months or 12 months, he will consolidate his position in the North Korean Workers' Party. There will be some type of a collective leadership because he simply doesn't have the power at the moment to control fully the armed forces, the security apparatus, and of course the almighty power in the party. But as he has those three levers of power, then he will begin to understand that ruling North Korea is going to be very, very difficult. First of all, he has to basically make sure that all of the key places, all of the key forces under his command will be loyal to him. Number two, he's got to provide basic economic means to his citizens. And number three, he's got to reach out to the Chinese and to the Americans and to have much more of a stable relationship with the outside world. So those are very huge challenges for a young and still yet inexperienced leader.
And let's look at that. Let's look at the history of this final destination, the square that the funeral procession has now reached after this long drive, this 40-kilometer procession.
Well, this was exactly much like the duplication we saw 17 years ago when the late Kim Il-sung, the founder of North Korea, was also laid to rest in this particular mausoleum. And this was Kim Il-sung's former office, which was turned into the Kim Il-sung Memorial Hall. And Kim Jong Un, his son, will be also interred in this particular building. So it will house two of North Korea's founders since 1948. And this is now going to be one of the major places whereby the hagiography of the Kim dynasty will continue to live in the minds and spirits of the North Korean people. And so this has huge symbolic, I guess, importance for the North Korean political system because it provides a sense of legitimacy to the still untested 27-year-old grandson of Kim Il-sung and the son of the late Kim Jong-il. This is a highly scripted move. The procession, the length, everything basically looks almost exactly as it did 17 years ago when Kim Jong-il was presiding over Kim Il-sung's funeral.
And sir, it's worth pointing out too, we're seeing a lot of repeat pictures, aren't we? What do you think is behind that?
Well, first of all, North Korea rarely does anything on live television. This particular funeral procession was originally slated for 10 a.m. this morning, but because of snow, it was delayed for 4 hours. And this is being shown live on North Korean state TV. On all North Korean programs that involves the supreme leader, as they call the #1, I guess, program, then of course it was always been taped and delayed. But for the first time, North Korea has shown this particular funeral procession on live TV, which does signal a slight change, perhaps, in how they want to reach out to the outside world. They want to make sure that there is legitimacy in the eyes of the Chinese and other key supporters of North Korea, but most of all, they want to convey a message of business as usual to the outside world.